Traders, welcome back to another trading lesson here. We had a downtrend working lower to start the day off, which had an overshoot here. Um, it led to a break in a new extreme, but let's go in a little bit deeper and analyze this here. This is in the overnight market here. The market opened around this area. So we had this nice leg working higher here, but we have overshoots. I'm expecting a new high of this first leg here. We get the second leg here, and then we actually got another little push up here, which created a break in a new high. So when we get the strong push below the EMA like this, I'm really looking for that second entry short at the EMA because this downtrend still needs a new extreme. And now this downtrend needs a new extreme as well. So now two downtrends need a new extreme. So I'm really looking for the second entry short at the EMA here. Unfortunately, we didn't get it. We would have a break and a new extreme here. Um, so now I'm just kind of patient. I'm waiting to see what the next market cycle is going to be. We have a push above the EMA. So I'm thinking about second entry long at the EMA. If it forms nicely, looks like we have a first entry long there. First entry long, pull back. Second entry long here, but of course we're below the EMA and it's like a bullish doji here. So I'm just sitting on my hands being patient. Prices push up, create the new high. We have some sort of a double top. And when we get this push below the EMA like this, now I'm thinking this trading range. I mean, we're already working sideways, but now it's really confirmed. We have this double top here. I went in and drew the support here. So we have a downtrend working lower. I'm looking for some, at this point I was looking for a nice failed second entry long here. We didn't get the failed second entry long, but then we got this nice downtrend working lower. So I'm thinking about second entry short. I'd like to see some second entry short along the way down. But we don't get it. We get this uptrend working higher here, first leg up. So if we get some nice second entry short at the EMA, I could consider because this downtrend needs a new extreme. But of course, the second entry short forms here, and this is way too far from the EMA, and you're selling right into this support level here. So we get, looks like we have a double bottom here, and then we push up again. So I would more so have to do a count reset. This isn't a failed second entry long, because I'd have to reset the count. So I just see a first entry short here, and we get the new extreme for this downtrend. So now I'm thinking we're in trading range structure. Downtrend played out with a break and new extreme. So now, given that we're in the trading range, I'm more so looking for a failed second entry short above the EMA to take advantage of the structure because everything's clear at this point. We're in a trading range structure. Downtrend played out with a break and a new extreme. So there's no reason for the bears to continue lower unless we're going to flip into another market cycle of a bearish downtrend. But there is every reason for the bulls to take over now because the bullish bias depleted and range was the structure. So there's two reasons for the bulls to take over. So I'm looking for the failed second entry short. You get a first entry short here, pull back higher, and then a second entry short failure. Problem is, this failed second entry short formed too far up. I wanted to see it lower at the EMA here. So I was patient on this trade. It worked in hindsight, but I don't want to break the rules. I really want to see it form at the EMA. So now we're working higher. This is exactly what I want to see. I mean, it confirmed the trading range structure. It confirmed this mini fill breakout. And there's a bullish uptrend in play. So this is one of the areas of the chart where everything aligns. So I'm looking for that nice second entry long at the EMA. And we have a break right here and then a mini new high, and then it gets confirmed even further with this new high here. So now I'm sitting on my hands again. This uptrend played out with a break and a new high. We have a push lower here and then a push higher, but this is more so just an area of development. There's nothing very clear right now because the uptrend already played out. So I'm waiting to see what the next channel is going to be or structure. So we get a push higher, but it's still not clear what the next bias is going to be. We have a first entry long pullback, second entry long failure, which could be decent, a failed second entry long. The problem is this is an inside bar here, so I can't take an inside bar. Well, on my chart, I typically don't take inside bars, but if you have a nice fell second entry long here, this would be a decent setup to take advantage of right at the EMA. We get a push lower, a downtrend working lower, so I'm thinking about some second entry short at the EMA. You can see we get a first entry short here, but no second entry short, and we push straight lower to the new low. And then when prices fail to push lower into this support level here, and we just push higher, I'm starting to draw this small trading range because you can see that there's some support being formed right here. So prices push higher here, you get a tiny break in a new high, and then I'm waiting to see if this resistance is actually going to hold or if we in fact push higher. So at this point, I wouldn't be playing. At this point right here, I wouldn't be playing this wider channel yet. It is until prices push higher here that I decided to draw the wider channel. I was playing a little mini break in a new high and see if this resistance level is going to hold. But sure enough, you can see prices pushed higher. So now I'm adapting into this wider channel here, and I'm just looking for some second entry long at the EMA to take advantage of the trend. Excuse me. So we get no second entry long here on the way up, but then we get a first entry long here, and I'm looking for the second entry long at the EMA, but nothing. We push straight to the new high. So I'm like, okay, I'm playing breaking a new high. I wouldn't be playing this wider channel yet at the moment. I'd be playing this uptrend with a break and a new high. But you can see, look how strong up this push to the new high was. So it's already giving me a sign, hey, there's potentially some wider channel in play because this push up was so strong. But to be honest with you, when I was watching this live, I still wasn't playing this wider channel. I was thinking about it because this leg up was so strong. But when I saw this downtrend working lower like this, and we're getting quite steep, and keep in mind we're in a trading range structure. So I'm like, okay, there's a good chance that prices could push back into this range structure here. And this leg looks seamlessly like one leg down. So when I saw this, I was thinking about some channel like this. Excuse me. I was thinking about some channel like this, which fits quite nicely. But in order for this channel to be true, I need to see this channel hold here. So I was thinking about some second entry short at the EMA. You get the first entry short. Let's see what happens next. But we push higher like this. So when we push higher like this, I went ahead and deleted this downtrend because it didn't confirm itself. And I adapted to this mini break in a new extreme here. And when we pushed above the EMA like this is when I started trusting this uptrend. Because it makes sense why this downtrend didn't get confirmed and prices didn't continue to work lower. Because there was most likely an uptrend here in play. And prices pulled back so strongly because we had overshoot of this uptrend here. So now it's making a little bit more sense, and that's a good thing to talk about. I mean, lots of times we have to adapt. With the more price action we get, it's always okay to go back and adapt to what makes more sense. Don't ever feel like you have to just stick to one thing and that's, and that one thing is set. No, you can always adapt with more price action as it prints. So we have a downtrend with the break in a new extreme, uptrends in play, overshoot created a stronger correction. So when I see this here, I was actually playing this to begin with. I was playing something like this, uptrend. I was playing, sorry here, an uptrend working higher like this. So I was looking for the second entry long at the EMA, and you get a first entry long here, but then we just push straight higher. Second entry long at the EMA would have been a great setup to take advantage of this uptrend needing a new high and the main uptrend needing a new high. But then you can see we could just continuously work higher, and we work higher again. So I'd be playing with the break in the new high, but then when we rejected so nicely, you can align this this market geometry here, and see like there's a nice first swing, second swing, and third swing for a spike in a channel pattern. So I went ahead and deleted this uptrend and I switched into this spike in a channel pattern because it held so nicely on this first entry long here. And you actually, now that I look at it, you actually have a first entry long, second entry long. It didn't end up triggering, but problem is it's way too far from the EMA. So we can't take that. But now that we broke this highest high, I'm starting to look for a second entry long at the EMA here to take advantage of this spike in the channel, needing a new high, and the uptrend needing a new high. So we finally get the break of the channel. We get a count reset first entry long. So I'm thinking about some second entry long at the EMA. You get a second entry long here, but it's a bearish bar. And it's below the EMA, of course. So I'm patient here. Maybe this downtrend might want to get a new low. And you get the failed second entry short here, which would actually be a great setup. You have a first entry short pullback, second entry short failure, but it's an inside bar on my chart, and it's not the best signal bar. It has quite of a stem on the top. So I was patient here. It formed a little bit below the EMA, or EMA is quite in the middle of these bars. But on your chart, if it ended up forming above the EMA with a nice signal bar, this is a great setup to take advantage of. It's a first entry short pullback, second entry short failure. And if you reset the count here, you have a first entry long, second entry long. So it's a double high probability setup. So once again, if you had a nice signal bar here above the EMA, this is a great setup to take advantage of this spike in the channel needing a new high and the main uptrend needing a new high. So let me push lower like this. When I'm watching this live, I can see those nice two legs that we like to look for. You have the first leg down, second leg down. So I'm starting to think about another second entry long above the EMA here. We have a first entry long, another second entry long above the EMA here would be decent. And you actually get the second entry long here, but it's a bearish bar. And the double bar entry formed just way too high up. So once again, if you have a better signal bar on your chart, this is a great setup to take advantage of. First entry long, pull back second entry long here. You have these nice two legs. So you know the bearish bias has depleted when you see these nice two legs. And once again, both uptrends still need the new high. So then we push lower here. And I haven't given up on these uptrends needing to be high because they still have the main bias, which is bullish. So we just have some stronger correction here. But when I'm watching this live, I see a downtrend with a break and a new extreme. So I'm starting to think about a failed second entry short above the EMA. You have a first entry short. I'm thinking about some failed second entry short right here. Once again, to take advantage of both of these uptrends needing a new extreme. This uptrend's getting a little bit less reliable. Let's see, we can retrace. Yeah, we're very deep. I mean, if you retrace it from the start of the move, you're at about 50%, which is still decent, but this uptrend is getting a little less reliable to get that new extreme. It should have happened a little bit quicker to get this new extreme, but we can't give up on this main uptrend. I mean, this main uptrend, look how far up we've worked. So this little pullback is nothing compared to how far up we've worked here. So this would be the main bias, this uptrending a new extreme. So that's what I'm keeping in the back of my mind here. So I'm thinking about some failed second entry short to take advantage of this main uptrend needing a new extreme. You have a first entry short pullback. I'm thinking about a second entry short failure. And we don't get it. We just continue to work straight higher. So it's okay. We read it correctly. Next time it may form on our chart and we can take advantage of it going higher. But unfortunately, this time it just rocketed up. We pushed again. I'm still thinking about a second entry long at the EMA to take advantage of this uptrend. Looks like we have a first entry long. We get a break of this channel here. And prices just push higher to the new extreme. And now we created a new extreme. The uptrend's played out. And you can see it's already at market close. But Of course, price action worked, I mean, perfectly, just as we expected. Uptrends played out, main uptrend played out. So price action did just as we expected. Unfortunately, we just weren't able to capitalize on a setup. But no worries. Next time a nice setup would form on our chart the way we expect it, and we can take an opportunity, but at least we read it correctly. So yeah, guys, we can go back, just kind of sum this up in summary. We had a downtrend working lower with an overshoot that had a stronger correction here. Downtrend had a break and a new extreme, which played out at this point. We had a second downtrend that needed a new extreme. So these are always stronger setups when two downtrends need a new extreme versus one. So all downtrends played out here with the new low. Prices pushed back higher, trading range structure now. Looking for that second entry long at the EMA, but prices created a new high of the uptrend. We had some small area of development here, which transformed into a little smaller of a trading range with downtrend with a break in a new low, uptrend with a break in a new high, which led into a stronger uptrend. Looking for that second entry long at the EMA, we have a break in a new extreme of the uptrend, which once again, I wouldn't be playing this wider channel at the time. I was playing with a break in a new high, especially when this downtrend created so deep of a pullback. But that pullback ended up not transforming into a downtrend, given that we pushed higher above the EMA like this. So we deleted the wider downtrend, adapted to a break in a new low, drew in this wider uptrend here with an overshoot that explained the deeper pullback. So now we're looking for that second entry long at the EMA to take advantage of this main uptrend needing a new extreme. We didn't get the second entry long. It transformed into a spike in a channel pattern. Once again, we're still looking for that second entry long at the EMA for both uptrends to need a new extreme now. We didn't get the second entry long. It formed below the EMA. Felt second entry short didn't form that well on our chart. But once again, if it did on your chart, guys, this is a great setup to take advantage of. Prices pushed higher and they created those nice two legs back. Second entry long didn't form that well on my chart, but if it did on yours, once again, this is another great setup to take advantage of. Prices pushed lower with a break in a new extreme and pushed higher with a nice channel here. We're looking for the second entry long to take advantage of both channels needing new high. And unfortunately, it didn't form that well on my chart, and it was just way too late to take a trade. But this of a second entry long here formed well. This is a great setup to take advantage of for both uptrends needing a new high. We created the new high, and all uptrends played out. Perfect price action. So yeah, guys, if this video was helpful, please hit that like button below. If you have any questions here, feel free to comment below. I have a trading community where I post charts daily in real time, and I answer any questions that you may have in real time. So if that's of any interest to you guys, there's a link in the description below. So yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys had a great trading day, and have a good evening. Thank you.